Hey everyone, it's your boy Pastor George coming at you today with another video about T.U.L.I.P, and this time we're on part 4, Irresistible Grace. So we have total depravity, unconditional election, limited atonement, and now we're at irresistible grace. Alright, so what is irresistible grace? Well, irresistible grace is, again, part of the system, right? So it plays in everything else that says if God chose you from the beginning of time to be predestined to be saved, and that Jesus' sacrifice is for you, then there is nothing that you can do to resist that grace, right? So you can't run away from it. You can't hide from God. Just like Jonah, you're going to be found and you're going to be saved, whether you want to or not. It's kind of funny. So again, a doctrine of assurance, right? And it's meant to make you feel as though you cannot lose this, right? And so one of the things that we use a lot in the Reformed faith to back up a lot of what we believe is we use the book of Romans. Again, this is why I think the book of Romans is so important, especially chapters 8 and 9. But in chapter 8, verses 28 through 30, but mostly 28 and 30, Paul says, those whom God has predestined, he also called, and those whom he called, he also justified. And those whom he justified, he also glorified, right? So right there you can see Paul is laying out kind of what I have before, right? Predestined. He's called them, and they're called through election, and they're justified through his grace, right? And can they do anything to lose that? No, because he's going to glorify them as well, right? He also talks about in First Peter. Peter talks about the elect who are according to the foreknowledge of God, of God the Father, through sanctification of the Spirit, unto obedience and the sprinkling of the blood of Jesus Christ, right? Sanctified through the Spirit, foreknowledge of God. You see a lot of these things. John chapter 6 also has a long sermon by Jesus about these types of things, and Jesus talks about everything the Father has given him. Everyone the Father has given him will come to me, right? And it's the will of God to do that. So again, it's all playing into the system. Irresistible grace by itself is such a beautiful doctrine, and kind of what sets it apart from unconditional election is that the main argument here is that a lot of people can resist God, right? So you can give them the gospel, you can that God can give them his grace, but it's ultimately their choice whether to say yes or no to it. Irresistible grace says that it's not a choice, right? If you are going to get it, you're going to get it. There's nothing you can do about it. So you're going to enjoy the grace of God forever, whether you want to or not. Though many theologians will always say that God gives people exactly what they want, in the sense of knowing, who really wants it and who doesn't, because there are people who choose to live in rebellion. Whatever. There's not much we can do about that. So anyway, that's the doctrine of irresistible grace. I will leave more for you to read in the description below. Feel free to challenge me on this if you want. I'm dying for a good fight. The Baptist meme got people pretty mad, so maybe this one will get people mad. Probably not. It's not as funny. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow.